Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down big topics by going straight to the source material. So today, we're going to dig into how this radical shift in where we all work has forced a complete top-to-bottom revolution in cybersecurity.
You know, for the longest time, digital security was, well, it was pretty straightforward, right? Because our work lives were straightforward. You'd go to the office, log into your computer, and all the important stuff was safe and sound on a server somewhere down the hall.
And this led to what we all called the castle and moat model. It's a great visual. The office was the castle, holding all the treasure, our data and apps, and the security, that was the moat, a big, strong firewall designed to keep all the bad guys out. Simple. If you were inside, you were trusted. If you were outside, you weren't.
But then, everything changed. And it changed fast. The castle walls didn't just get a few cracks. They basically dissolved into thin air.
That massive, sudden shift to remote work threw gasoline on a fire that was already burning. The internet effectively became the new corporate network overnight. That old, clearly defined perimeter, gone. And in its place, well, we became the new perimeter. Every single user, on every device, in every location.
And this quote really hits the nail on the head. You can't just patch up the old system. The old tools, I'm looking at you VPNs, that made all of our traffic crawl back to the main office, they suddenly became slow, clunky, and honestly a huge security risk. They were built for the castle and moat world, and that world just doesn't exist anymore.
And this, right here, this is the massive challenge. The old way was easy. One castle, one moat. But now, it's this incredibly complex web. We've got users everywhere, devices everywhere, apps and data scattered all across the cloud. Our old security model it wasn't built for this kind of chaos.
So, clearly, we needed a whole new playbook. The answer meant we had to rethink security from the ground up, which led to a new framework designed specifically for this cloud-first, work-from-anywhere reality. It's called SASE.
It's pronounced SASE, by the way. And it's super important to know that SASE isn't just one product you can go out and buy. It's a totally new approach, a philosophy, really. It says security shouldn't live in a box in your data center. It should live in the cloud, as close to you, the user, as possible.
This completely flips the old model on its head. Protection isn't tied to a building anymore. Instead, think of it like a personal security bubble that's attached directly to you, and it follows you around wherever you go, whatever you're connecting from.
Okay, so that's the big idea, but what's actually under the hood here? What are the tools that make this new model actually work?
At the very heart of SASE is this concept called zero trust. And the name, it pretty much says it all. In the old model, we trusted anyone inside the castle walls. Zero trust throws that entire idea out the window. It basically trusts nothing and no one by default. Trust has to be earned constantly for every single request.
So how does SASE pull this off? Well, one of the most critical tools is something called ZTNA, or Zero Trust Network Access. Think of it this way. Instead of getting the keys to the entire castle, ZTNA gives you one key for one specific room, and only for the time you need to be in there. You get access only to the one app you're using, and you can't see anything else on the network.
And then SASE brings a whole toolkit of other security functions together. For instance, you've got a secure web gateway, which is like a smart filter stopping you from going to bad websites. There's a CASB, which acts like a security guard for all your cloud apps. Think Salesforce or Office 365. And then there's this really clever tech called isolation, which basically opens every web page in a secure, disposable box in the cloud so nothing dangerous ever actually touches your machine. It's like they all work together as this one unified security shield.
This table just brings it all home. You can see the massive shift right here. We're moving away from a slow, clunky model that's all about protecting a place, the office, to a fast, flexible model that's focused on what really matters, protecting people and their data, no matter where they are.
So this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually mean? What's the real-world impact for businesses and for you as an employee when you move to a SaaS framework?
Well, the payoff is huge, and it comes in three main flavors. First, for you, the user experience is just better. Way faster, no more wrestling with a clunky VPN. Second, the security is actually stronger because everyone gets the same level of protection all the time. And third, it gives businesses real agility. They can hire the best people from anywhere in the world and use the best cloud tools without security getting in the way.
And that's the real game changer. Security stops being the department of no. It's not a blocker anymore. It becomes this invisible enabler that just lets people get their work done. It lets companies say yes to new ways of working
confidently. This is what it looks like in practice. The old castle is just gone. Now, no matter who you are or where you are, in an office, at home, on your phone, you connect through this one central cloud security platform. And from there, you get a secure, direct path to everything you need, whether it's the web, a cloud app, or an internal company tool. It's a security model that finally fits the way we actually work.
So, this whole shift really forces us to ask a pretty profound question. In a world where your office is just a browser tab and the network is the internet, maybe the most critical asset to protect isn't a server in a rack anymore. Maybe the new security perimeter is you.